Hello, hello, hello. I'm Alucard Night Raven. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to my next Studio Series review. And today we're looking at the Transformers, the movie, 86 movie, Arcee. And this is definitely one of the best mainline RCs we have gotten. That is the closest that I think we've gotten so far to her on screen with the vehicle mode and the robot mode. It is really difficult to get that fully with this character, just because of how everything is supposed to pack up in her robot mode, so it's really hard to get that perfect. However, this one does it really good. It's not just a shell around a figure like we have gotten in the past for the most part. There are some things that aren't exact, could probably have been done better, but it would have made her a more expensive figure because there would have been more to the transformation, of the engineering, all that. But let us take a look at the packaging. Of course, as we've been getting with all our packaging lately, no plastic window. And I've already gone over my problem with that. Real easy to, would prefer a plastic window. I don't like when they're fully covered like the leader classes have been recently, because if someone has done the old switcheroo because they're pathetic, then you don't know if you're getting the exact figure. And then also with that completely enclosed, you can't tell if there's problems with the figure, paint on the figure. So it's nice to have the windows. Would like a little bit of plastic to cover that, to prevent any theft or like anything, and just, kids in their smudgy hands. 'Cause I've seen them. Candy, chocolate all over their fingers, and they've been poking at the figure in the box, and it's like, really, parent? You're right there watching that? Not gonna tell them no? I tell my kids no, don't do that. Not saying I'm a better parent. I'm saying that a little bit of discipline goes a long way. But enough of that. Sorry. Just goes more into my issue with no plastic film on the window. Would be nice to have that. But getting back to the box, I went off on a rant. I'm sorry. But the Transformers, the movie, great image of Arcee and how she looks in the movie and in season 3 and on. It's so hard to get that backpack perfect with the transformation. There's too much to kick down on, and the engineering for that there'd be so much to it that I think this would end up going to a Voyager class or more and still be the same size because of that engineering, and that's where the problem lies. Everybody be like, well, the character's only this size. Why isn't it deluxe class price? Like, look at the engineering. It's not just the size, the plastic. It's the engineering involved for that. People's problem with Blitzwing being at leader class, and he's only so tall. There's a lot of engineering to it. It's that simple. Engineering is part of the price point. They keep the engineering a little more simple, they keep the price down. But then people complain because, oh, well, she doesn't transform like she should, or doesn't look like this, or it doesn't do this. Okay, well, get the engineering. Price point's going to go up. That's all it is. But Arcee, Studio Series, 86, number 16. Hasbro, Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy. On this side, oh, she's mean mugging, man. But excellent up close shot, 86, 16. On this side, full body shot, except for a couple of things, but still looks really good. She is all serious. Nice Autobot symbol. That's from the inside of that. On the bottom, whole bunch of words and stuff. On the top, the Transformers the movie. On the back, we have our product shots. And you can see it's still got that big backpack. It's so hard to avoid that. But this figure, in my personal opinion, has come the closest that we've gotten on the main line. Who knows? Maybe down the road we'll get even better. We'll see. But we got our Battle of Autobot City backdrop, which I'll show that off in her robot mode. Our warning, don't eat anything, has small parts. And our barcode. So that's it for the box, and I'll bring that back when I bring in the backdrop. And here we have Arcee in her vehicle mode. And oh, that pink just really shines. Let me try something here. Okay. That's a little bit better. So, had to go a little darker. But it takes off on the glare of that pink and white. You can see. Excellent vehicle mode. Big Autobot symbol right there. Front looks really good. The windshield has seats. Decked out. You can see everything on the console there. Just looks amazing. Got our little antenna, fin, whatever you want to call it. Just looks really good. And the back, like, would have loved if there would have been some red paint for taillights there. I think that would look so great. On the bottom, you can see it actually folds up very nicely, unlike previous iterations of her. So they did a really good job on that. And she rolls very well. Of course, you do have to make sure you get everything like in an a really good spot. Otherwise, it's gonna kind of be off. But otherwise, she rolls very nicely. So yeah, that is it for the vehicle mode. Of course, just pink and white with a little bit of gray. That's our Arcee. Wheels are pretty cool too. Like the design on those. They did that with both of them. You just can't see as much on these. Yeah, so I think we'll transform her and get her into robot mode. So let's pull out the weapon, which it just plugs in right in there, and this sort of sits right in there. So like when you're plugging it in, you got like that, and of course you got to make sure that nothing pops out. There we go. Yeah, just like that. And we'll take it out, and it sits in there in an interesting, like, hard to really explain it, but yeah, everything holds together very nicely. But we'll take a look at the gun real quick. Very nice little pea shooter. Very cool. These are more for like storing when she's in robot mode, and I'll show how that goes. But yeah, otherwise very cool, very nice. All right, so transformation. What we're gonna want to do here first, let me raise you up. You can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna untab all of this, and then we want to rotate the legs completely down, straighten those out. We can rotate them if we like, and bring the feet down, and then we can rotate it here, and that's all that. So now want to bring all this like this. We're gonna rotate this down like this. Want to bring these in, and they're just gonna sit in there. And that's all of that. And then we can rotate these down just like that. We'll leave that like that. Now, untab this front section, can do now is we can actually bring all this up. Just folds up. It should. Thought it tabbed in some way, but maybe I was wrong. So there's that. Now we want to bring the arms out. Then what we can do is want this angled like this, and I got something goofed up here, I think. Alright, we'll just leave it like that for now. So this is all going to come down and sit like this. We can bring her head down, bring all this up like this, and that all just sort of sits like that. And I swear something should have really been hanging on here, unless I got something mixed up. Maybe I do. Alright, one sec. Alright, so yeah, that's the one problem with her is it's all loose fitting. It is not very tight transformation. At least not as tight as it should be. Everything just feels a little bit loose. And I don't know if that's a design flaw or what. Or if I've got maybe just some kind of busted up one. But I swear this should all fit a little better than it does. I mean, that should click in. There should be something that just clicks in. I don't know what is going on here that is causing issues like this. I don't think. Why does that seem like it would pull out? I must be seeing things. So yeah, there's one goofy issue right there. And I am very curious on why they would design it like that. So it is rather limiting on what she should do. Yeah, these come over. This. Am I missing something here? I don't think so. Alright, so if I've got something mistransformed, I'm not sure what. But, yeah, with this waist especially, something feels off. But, there is Arcee transformed. She's not too bad. Definitely a better looking Arcee than the ones we've gotten officially in mainline. I mean, the Masterpiece definitely does it better, even though that's not perfect either. But it still does a lot better than this and previous ones. I do like the Masterpiece for what she does. She does look a lot closer. I know a lot of people still complain about it because, you know, it's not exactly like we've seen. But the problem is with that is it's hard to really get that backpack fully collapsed. And I know, like, Fans Toys did one where the backpack looked a more cartoon accurate, but the rest of the figure did not. For those that like that figure, good for you. It felt off to me still compared to the official one. The official one looked like Arcee. Granted, the chest is all goofy and off, but it still looked more like Arcee than the Fans Toys one, in my opinion. But yeah, this one for a mainline, definitely the closest we've got to a show accurate Arcee. So very happy with it. Maybe we'll get something better down the line, but she does look really good. I mean, of course, except for the fact that the still has a pretty big backpack, but hey, what can you do? So let's take a look at the head. Whoops, a little high. So, very Arcee head, you know, that Princess Leia look that we're so used to. Pink for the face, big old white helmet with the bits here. Give it that Princess Leia look in episode 4. Got the red lipstick, blue eyes, black outline, so very cool on that. Autobot symbol right there on her chest. Of course, pink, white, and gray, as we're used to seeing all over. Feet look really nice. Granted, these are sticking up, but these are more for like when you put her in vehicle mode. So, again, very cool there. She's got these weird ports. I'm not sure what those are for. But still, not too bad. Now these I was saying are actually for plugging it in right there, so you got that option. But articulation, head on a ball joint, she can turn all the way around, can look up that far, look down that far. So it's got a ball joint, and then it's also, or actually no, it's just a ball joint, but it's just enough on the back of the head to be able to give us that up and down. So very cool on that. Arms only come out that far, and they are on a ball joint. Can do a full 360. Backpack's in the way. We've got bicep swivel. Over 90 for the elbow, so that's very nice to see. Nothing at the wrist. We've got a little bit of waist. Or we do have waist rotation, but that also comes unplugged, at least on mine. I don't know if anybody else has that issue. Can kick forward that far. Kick back, not so far. Under the full Van Damme, we have rotation just above the knee. Over 90 for the knee. The feet move up and down, and we've got that much ankle pivot. So decent amount of articulation. Granted, some of it is limited. Some could have been better, which is unfortunate. But still, not wholly horrible. And of course, she can hold her weapon. We just plug it into her hand, just like that. And there she is, holding her weapon. So, not too bad. Said some things could have been done better. But it is definitely one of the closest to show accuracy, on-screen accuracy that we have gotten for a mainline figure. I mean, a few more panels that collapse away, and we could have gotten probably a better backpack, but it's not wholly horrible. It's not, like the Earthrise. Was it Earthrise? Arcee? Yeah, I think it was Earthrise Arcee. Where it was just a shell around a body, and that shell was just, yeah. But still, I think this one is definitely my favorite of the releases for mainline Arcees that we have gotten. But that's just my personal opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. Like I said, with the Masterpiece style, I like the official Hasbro. The Fans Toys just felt way off to me personally. You like it? Hey, cool. You have what you feel is the best representation of Arcee on your Masterpiece shelf. For me, it's the official one. And I nearly forgot. I'm bringing it out right now. The backdrop. The backdrop. Come on, get out of there. And here we have the backdrop. And it is, as you can see, the battle for Autobot City. Take her off quick so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, then you can just display her on it. And I don't really have the room. It's cool that they give us these backdrops in the Studio Series. I just don't have the room to display the backdrops. It takes up a lot of space. So, yeah. But that is Studio Series Arcee. Not too bad of a figure. Could have done things a little bit better. I know if the engineering were better, it would have cost more, which is unfortunate, but it is how it goes no matter what toy company it is. When it's higher engineering, the cost is going to go up because they had to put a lot of time into that engineering. It's just how it goes with toys and toy companies. You know, that's why those cheap knockoffs are like, you know, $2 or $3 at a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree or you know, whatever it's called in your location, you know, because they're cheap. There's zero to the engineering. There's zero to the articulation. It's just cheap, thin plastic that doesn't really do anything. So, yeah. Completely up to you if you get this for your collection. I know there are other options out there. No, they cost a little more. This is mainline retail prices for this one, but personally, I like it. But that's going to be it for me. So, hope you got something out of this video. If you like this figure, awesome. If you don't, hey, that's cool. I can understand. You know, it's hard to get an truly accurate Arcee, but as engineering continues to get better, who knows what we'll see in the future. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.